what a catch, brightest lights, people with clipboards, figuring stuff out on the sideline all week. Combine check, Senior Bowl check. You are a top receiver in the 2026 draft. Notre Dame's Malachi Fields, welcome to the show, and congratulations on crushing Mobile. Everybody, I'm texting GMs, I'm texting scouts. You, all week, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. What was the most rewarding part of that week back in January?
Honestly, just being able to go down there and compete and get with all those guys, you know, the best in the country from all over, and just be able to have an opportunity to go compete against those guys.
You hung out with Saints running back coach Joel Thomas. What was that like?
It was super intense. You know, he was fired up and ready to go all the time. So we just loved that energy and kind of took it to the field.
I want to ask you, like, what isn't talked about enough with your game, but can we just, like, skip that and go straight to this blocking?
Absolutely, yeah. I love blocking, take immense pride in it.
Why?
Especially when you have those two running backs in the backfield, they can take the ball to the house anytime. You know, it's like it would be a disservice for me not to. You know, for my man to make the play is a bad thing. So I never want that to happen. And you know, I love just kind of chasing them down the field when they're going to the house. So
what would Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price say about you, and what they'll miss most about you next year?
I would say the selflessness, just how I'm a selfless teammate, and you know I love like I said, blocking and doing whatever I can for the team. You know, special teams as well as blocking for them and playing receiver. So
it's so amazing to meet you, and I mean, it's all happening for you. You just recently got married. You're going through all of this. What is life like for you, Malachi Fields, right now?
It's been amazing, just taking it all in, thanking God for all the blessings. But yeah, just, you know, trying to keep a level head through all the highs, and just continue to live life to the fullest.
I want to talk about your combine. When you hear 4.61, what do you think?
I think, you know, I can definitely run faster. So just, you know, going back to work and focusing on pro day, but, you know, not dwelling on it too much, you know, and there's, you know, more drills to do. You know, there's running routes, L drill, 5-10-5. Catching the ball is what I'm known for anyway. So just trying to refocus on the route running piece of it.
What are you and Lando working on, Lauren Lando? I know you're in South Bend. You're there. That's your guy, Christian McCaffrey's guy from when he was little. Yeah. What, you guys finished the combine. You're back in the lab. You have another opportunity. What are you two focused on?
Focus on the bench part, so getting under the bench because I didn't bench the combine, so focusing on that for pro day, and then the start piece of the 40, so just hammering the shin angles and really coming out of the stance, exploding out, and just trying to cut some time down.
Is that, I've never run the 40, and I will never run the 40. What do you, when you say that, that's like sort of where it went not to your expectation, like right out the gate, out the chute? Can you, tell me more about the shin angles.
Yeah, so in my start, like loading up, you know, my shin was pointing more to the sky, which kind of projects my body up versus out. So just trying to focus on getting that angle to my target, pointing towards my target to kind of explode out versus up and cut some time down right there.
How fast will you think, how fast can you run?
I'm trying to get in the 4 or 5 range.
And that, so you are running at your pro day. Like, let's just confirm that for the world out there. You're like, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, I love to hear that. That's amazing. I do want to just like remind people that like you did really amazing at the 3-cone drill. I don't know if we have footage of that, but like that matters, right? Like, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, by the way, nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to get up and take that on. Only 7 other prospects even participated. You posted a sub-7-second time in the 3-cone drill. You're 6'5", Malachi. What did you make of that? Were you proud of that?
Absolutely, yeah, and I think that's something I can do at pro day as well, and cut down on that time as well. But it just, you know, shows just change direction in space, you know, getting in and out of cuts and stuff like that. So definitely something that is important for my game.
So you're going to do that one again also?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Aren't players afraid to do the 3-cone drill? Nobody wants to get exposed, Malachi. Why do you want it twice?
I just love to compete. I love to, you know, try to chase my best, and I feel like I can do better.
Where do you think that elite short area agility, let's call it, shows up most in your game?
I would say in route running, you know, getting in and out of breaks when DBs are close to you or not, you know, the short intermediate routes. Yeah, so I'll just say like vertical speed and getting in and out of breaks.
You also recorded the 3rd fastest speed in the gauntlet drill, so I don't want to see any of this fast speed separation stuff, like where it matters, you are fast and you do your thing. When it comes to the blocking or even just the kind of receiver you are, I have a couple comps in my head, but who's, not even as a comp, but whose game do you watch in the NFL? And you're like, I want to block like that. I want to look like that. I want to be that kind of a player.
Growing up, I watched a lot of Julio Jones. You know, he was that bigger, faster, catch everything type of receiver. So I loved watching him. But more recently, I've been watching more A.J. Brown and kind of Keenan Allen, just trying to see how I can like add parts of their game to mine. So
what parts of their game do you like? I was going to say Mike makes sense. I was going to say Nico Collins a little bit, because I feel like when I haven't watched it, I went to one game. I went to the USC game this year, but I feel like you're very physical, more physical than I think I thought. Like you want that smoke, and that kind of reminds me of Nico a little bit, and he's big-bodied as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
No, I was just giving you sort of my comps, but what is it about A.J. Brown that you want to model? I'm imagining like his toughness maybe?
Yeah, and his releases, like at the line of scrimmage, the way he uses his feet as well as his body to kind of get open and create that separation at the line is something, you know, I definitely want to add to my game.
You're a big fisherman, that I know.
Absolutely.
If there was an NFL draft of best fishing NFL destinations, what city or place is the #1 pick? Like which NFL place do you think has the best fishing for you?
Honestly, I would have to probably say it's one of the Florida teams, just because it's a cheat code down there. Like every time, you know, you go to Florida, you can throw like just a hook in the water and some type of fish will bite it and you can catch something. So I would probably have to go with a Florida team.
I mean, when I interviewed at the draft, once Travis Hunter got drafted, it went viral because he said, no, I came down here and scoped out the lakes and bought my house, and it was so important to him. Can you explain, and you're a very faith-based young man and forefront and very open about it, which I respect so much. What is it about maybe your faith, those quiet moments in fishing that sort of, you know, helps you balance when you have all these huge, huge moments, and what, you know, and NFL will only add to that?
I think it's just the piece of being out on the water, just noticing the beauty that God's created and just having fun with it and just taking it all in. You know, it's kind of a moment to slow down because, like you said, life is so fast and a bunch of things are happening all at once, and it's just kind of those moments where you get to slow down and take it all in and enjoy it.
When you have so little control, I mean, you control what you can control. You're going to do it at your pro day. When it comes to where you end up, right, and you have all these teams, and like I know you met with, you know, Mike McCarthy, and you like, how do you handle, or how does your faith help you handle not having control?
Right. It's just like going back to how I'm grounded in my faith and knowing that I'm more than a football player and that football is not, you know, the everything in the world. So it just kind of helps me relax through it all and kind of understand that God has a plan for me, and I'm just trusting in Him. So knowing that, you know,
we don't have photos of this catch, Malachi, but I mean, there had to be some God in this one-hander against Pitt. Is this? I'm not a college girly. Is this the best catch you've ever made?
I believe it is, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Usually guys say no. They're like, no, okay, there was this one in practice, you didn't see it. This one, but this is it. This is a good one to say is like, this is. It's kind of all you need. Like when what did Mike McCarthy even talk to you about? You should have just showed him that catch.
We talked about more film, you know, some good plays, some bad plays, and stuff like that. But it was really more about like who I am as a person outside of football, just trying to get to know me and who I am.
What if it's Josh Allen that's throwing you the ball?
That would be lovely. Honestly, anybody who's going to throw me the ball, give me a chance to make a play, I would love it.
But I mean, I'm just thinking of the teams that could. I mean, if you run that 4-5, which I'll pray for you and you will, you're a first-round guy. That's it. That's what's on the. That's what it is. And I'm thinking like Bills. Obviously, Chiefs would be crazy. Have you allowed yourself to get excited? Like, I want to know, like, which DB do you want to go up against in the NFL?
Oh, the best.
So, you know, Patrick?
I believe that's Patrick, yeah. So,
okay, so let's put you to the Chiefs. You'll get him twice a year at least, and I'll absolutely love that. Okay, amazing. I'm so appreciative of your time. Good luck to you in your pro day. Shin, angles, I think you said up, not to the side. I barely understand it, but I'm so excited to see you. Good luck at your pro day, and I'll see you at the draft.
Much appreciated. Appreciate you having me on.
Appreciate you, Malachi Fields, joining the Up and Adams Show.